Hola amigos, me llamo the White Latino. Here's what I gotta say. You're probably asking why I am wearing my complimentary Spider-Man dog tag. And the reason for that is simple. Because I am specifically mourning the loss of a great movie franchise. That movie franchise being ended by Sony because they're a bunch of little bitches that don't like someone as creative as Sam Raimi coming up to them and saying, F you. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Spider-Man movie franchise. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the issue, just yesterday, Sony's issued a statement saying that because Sam Raimi has dropped from the project, instead of continuing on with the production of Spider-Man 4, they are simply going to restart, and I'm serious here, restart the franchise. That means no Tobey Maguire, no Kirsten Dunst, no more dancing Spider-Man, no more three-way villains, and especially none of this. Come on, it's not a good song. Okay, I mean, I liked it when I was 10, but that was when I was 10. Who listens to Nickelback now, honestly? But anyways, that's besides the point. I mourn the loss of a series that I grew up with as a kid. When I was 10 years old, me and my best friend went to see Spider-Man, the original movie. And it blew our minds to bits. Like, literally took a gun of epicness and shot it towards our faces. That is how epic the original Spider-Man movie was. And I gotta say, folks, I'm really just absolutely pissed off. I mean, you would think by all of Sony's mistakes, you'd think they learned by now, but no. Because they wanted complete control of the Spider-Man franchise and wanted nothing to do with Sam Raimi, they said, "Hasta la vista, Raimi." So, if you guys do not exactly know what a reboot is, for those who don't know, here's an example. Remember this guy? The Hulk, of course, was a movie released Stop shaking your head. Was a movie released in 2003 by Ang Lee. Now, while this version I thought was pretty decent, you got a guy exposed to gamma radiation, and whenever he gets pissed off, he turns into a big green monster and smashes stuff. What we got was a 2-hour exposition about Bruce Banner's life, coping with his evolution, and turning a 50-foot or 10-foot, or whatever, please correct me if I'm wrong, Incredible Hulk into a 10-foot mini Jolly Green Giant who looked like a fat kid. Thanks. So, of course, the smart people over at Marvel Studios thought, let's do this right. So they decided in 2008 to make a new movie, simply called The Incredible Hulk, basing more on the television series of the same name than the actual comic book. Now, this was a good idea. While it was more favorable to reviewers and audiences loved it even more than Ang Lee's version of the Hulk, it still did poorly in the box office. Why? Because it was a reboot! It was a reboot. The simple fact is that reboots do not work. Remakes do not work. All you're gonna get out of a reboot is less money than the original Spider-Man ever made. I do not like this idea. I think it's a terrible idea. I grew up with Spider-Man, okay? 10 years old, I saw the first one. 13 years old, I saw the second one. 16 years old, I saw the third one. And I was very, very, very disappointed, okay? You do not do Dancing Spider-Man. What the hell was that about? Like, you got a guy that's going like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm all emo. I put my hair to the side. I dance in Saturday Night Fever. I do all this other cool stuff. No! Bad Spider-Man. Bad Spider-Man. That was not how it should have worked out. And second off, what was all the about with the three villains? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Green Goblin 2, Sandman, and Venom. Venom was only in the movie for 5 minutes. Spoiler alert. And Green Goblin got his ass kicked in 2. All we were left was Sandman. And I applaud Thomas Hayden Church for his performance, but that movie was just simply not good. If anything, Sony instead should not try to take creative control and just leave it to the directors. The directors are the one that direct the movie. They're in charge of their own movies. Okay? Sony should not have complete creative control, and I believe this is just all revenge plot with the concept of a 5-year-old child getting pissed off at a 6-year-old for kicking his ass in the sandlot. This is unbelievable. You don't do something like that. You don't remake $1 million franchise. I mean, if someone came up to George Lucas and said, sir, you see, here at 20th Century Fox, we were thinking that if we remade Star Wars, that wouldn't make as much money. No. There are many rules in life. And that is, 1, don't make Tom and Jerry talk. 2, don't remake Star Wars. And absolutely number 3, do not remake a franchise that is already good. It's like remaking Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow and Orlando... Legolas. Legolas, yeah, it's like remaking Pirates of the Caribbean without Legolas and Captain Jack Sparrow. So folks, in conclusion here, Sony, you are a bunch of morons. Seriously. If you... Spiderman. If you even destroy the franchise, someone's gonna come over there and kick your ass. And I assure you that that person will be me and a bunch of fat guys with glasses. This is the White Latino saying, ole ole, adios.